Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to kind of talk about my feelings about graduation and how I feel about pursuing a bachelor's degree in nursing versus an associate's degree in nursing, and a little bit about maybe what the differences are for those of you who are curious or plan on going to nursing school. So first off, I am graduating with my bachelor's of nursing and Bachelor's of Science in Nursing in March. So for those of you who don't know, for the last 3 years, that's what I've been doing, a very rigorous advanced accelerated program for nursing. That's what my focus has really been on. So now to kind of have it coming to like fruition, completion, and graduating, like it literally feels like a weight being lifted off of your shoulder. Like you've done X, Y, and Z, you've jumped through so many hoops, and now like you're about to like be a nurse. Like it's a good feeling. And there's just so much left to do in these last 6 weeks of school to like prepare. You have to register with the Board of Nursing. You have to take your jurisprudence exam, which I just took today and passed, thank God. But like there's so many things that you have to do that you like literally can't feel excited until you are walking across the stage, until you have that freaking diploma in your hand and you're done. Like you can't do that. And then on top of that, you have to remember that nursing is one of those degrees that once you graduate, once you walk across the stage, you still have to take the NCLEX, the NCLEX exam after you graduate. So like even if you get that diploma that says that you have your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, your BSN, you still have to become a registered nurse, which is the NCLEX RN exam. So you still have to worry about that. So until that's done, and I won't be able to breathe right. That's how I feel, at least. So for the most part, though, I feel like I've overcome a lot of challenges that really were meant to break you. I'm not going to lie. I think nursing school is meant to break you, and it's meant to see who's up for the challenge. Not everybody's mentally, emotionally, mathematically inclined, but I think that you get put through some situations and circumstances that you weren't expecting, and you basically have to see, like, can I hold my own weight? And so I did a lot of that throughout the last 3 years, and there were several times where I have broken down and cried and just called people, like literally like, I don't think I can do this, and I was being utterly serious. Like it brings you to the breaking point. We literally took a test last week and several people left crying because they either were just very anxious about their grade or they didn't do well. Like it's really meant to test you and just see what you're made of, basically. So to be getting to the end of it, like, makes me feel good. Like I'm made of something strong that's gonna last. So I'm super happy about that. Okay, so now for the other part of the video, which is my bachelor's degree versus an associate's degree. So for those of you who don't know, there's different stages of nursing. You can start out as an LVN, which they have programs for that, which I believe LVN programs are between 18 and 24 months. And you are a licensed vocational nurse after you take that exam. Then you can get your associate's degree. So you don't have to start as an LVN. You can go straight into getting your associate's degree. That is a 2-year program, a 24-month program to get your associate's degree in nursing. And then you have your bachelor's degree in nursing, your BSN, which is a 3 to 4 year program depending on what type of program you're in. So for me, I chose an accelerated bachelor's degree program, and that's where I started. I didn't get my LVN first. I didn't get my associate's degree first. I started there. And that was 3 years. Now, if you go to a traditional nursing school that's like Monday through Friday, and has traditional semesters, you're probably going to be around 4 years, which is the typical amount of time for a bachelor's degree of nursing. So besides the time, so the associate's degree is 2 years, the bachelor's is between 3 and 4. So besides the time, the one thing I guess that I didn't really realize or really kind of take into consideration enough is that I know I wanted my bachelor's degree, but I didn't realize that as an associate's, with an associate's degree, you could actually be doing the same exact job. You are doing the same exact job as someone with a bachelor's degree. So at the hospital that I work at now as an emergency room technician, there are nurses who have associate's degrees, there are nurses who have bachelor's degrees, and they're all working together. They're all doing the same thing. So I didn't really realize that when I was choosing a program, that they're all doing the same thing. So sometimes I did throughout my program get a little bit bummed out because there were certain people who started their nursing program at the same time as me, but they were doing an associate's program. So technically, they've been practicing as a nurse for a whole year, even though we started at the same time, just because their program was shorter. So in that regard, yes, I do kind of feel like sometimes it sucks that I had to wait a little bit longer before I could start practicing as a nurse. But the one important thing that you really have to remember is that most hospitals, which is where new grads want to work, let's be real, most hospitals are requiring nurses to go back now and get their bachelor's degree. So even if you got that nursing degree for the associate through the associate's program, you're going to have to go and do an additional 12 months to get your bachelor's degree. Now, granted, if you have your associate's degree and you're already practicing as a nurse, when you go back to school to get your bachelor's degree, you don't have to go through the classroom setting anymore. You can do everything online for those 12 months, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And most hospitals have something in place to help you pay for that additional schooling to bridge over from your associate's to bachelor's degree. So you really have to do a little bit of research in the different degrees and what's required from each one. Me personally, do I feel like I made the right decision going the bachelor's degree route? Yes, I do. I feel like I made the right decision. Yes, I could have started practicing earlier, but I still would have had to go back to school to get my bachelor's degree. This way, it's all done. Like, I graduate in March, and if I never want to get another degree in my life, I don't have to. Me personally, as a goal-getter and all of that, I know I'm going back to school. I know it in my heart. But if I just was like, you know what, I'm done with nursing, I have my bachelor's degree, I could literally be like, I don't need to do anything else because I'm done. So you really have to take those things into consideration when you choose a nursing program, and really decide what works best for you. I will say, depending on what you do, you could save a little bit more money doing the associate's degree route, usually because the associate degrees are offered at community colleges, which are automatically cheaper versus state colleges. And then on top of that, even if you do have to go back and pay for your bachelor's degree, the hospital or facility, wherever you're working, oftentimes pays for a percentage of that. They'll either pay up front or they'll reimburse you. So going the associate's degree route, personally, I do think that you may be able to save a little bit of coin, especially when you're a nursing student, like you're trying to save some money because it's all expensive and you have no money. Help me, I'm poor. But like seriously, I do feel like, yeah, that's the biggest upside to getting your associate's degree is the time and the cost. I think those are the biggest things, time and cost. But I love the program that I've gone through. I think that overall it has made me so much of a stronger person, and I feel so much more prepared to go out into the world and take care of people. And unfortunately, I've seen new nurses that literally, like, I know everybody's going to be new. When you graduate, you're novice, you're new. But I've seen some new nurses that graduated from their associate's degree programs, and there's certain things that I felt like they should have known that they didn't know. So, I'd rather be prepared to take care of you and your family members and have gone an extra year to be able to do so. You know what I mean? Other than that, though, I'm super happy with the decision that I made to go the bachelor's route, and I am super excited to let you guys know what I plan on doing next with my nursing career. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.